policy decisions are only as good as the debates that surround those policy decisions. This is important. The marketplace of ideas is a foundational issue in our country because the better the debate we have about issues, the better we are able to reach the right conclusions on issues. And right now on social media, we aren't allowed to have real debates. Everyone is sitting in a rigged system. And that's why I'm so excited about Elon Musk buying 9.2% of Twitter. And I am cautiously optimistic that now that he is the largest shareholder, that he is going to be able to have a massive impact going forward in terms of what he is going to be arguing for, which is not one side or the other, but just a real rigorous debate. And based on my conversations with Seth Dillon, who runs the Babylon Bee, I think the Babylon Bee being suspended for its jokes, it's a satire site. The fact that that site has been suspended for the jokes that they are making is, to me, an important sign about what is not allowed to occur on Twitter. And I think it was the breaking point for Elon Musk where he said, look, I'm worth $300 billion. But we have to have an open marketplace of ideas in order to have any kind of true public policy success and public policy debate. Look, conflict is good. Conflict is good because when you have two different perspectives arguing, if you have two good arguers, you get two different ideas, and then you can debate it, and the larger ecosystem can make a choice about what makes the right choice. Right? My concern is social media is a rigged system. We aren't getting an actual debate. And as a result, we're getting public policy failures. And COVID is the biggest public policy failure in the United States modern history. And it's directly connected to the failures that are taking place right now on social media. So I hope Elon Musk is going to lead to substantial changes at Twitter, that if he is not getting what he wants from the Twitter board, he is going to make an aggressive play to potentially take over this company and do what needs to be done in order to have true First Amendment marketplace of ideals in place. Let me say this. There's a lot of blue checks, by the way, who've been lecturing me for years when I've argued that Twitter needs to have a more open marketplace of ideas. A lot of blue checks out there that have been saying, wagging their fingers at me and saying, well, Twitter's a public company. If you don't like it, leave. Well, all of a sudden, now that capitalism may be winning and that Elon Musk, the wealthiest man in the world, has decided that he cares about our national discourse, all of a sudden, there's a lot of blue checks. I saw Robert Reich among them, former labor secretary, saying, wait a minute, do we really want this billionaire, this oligarch, able to make decisions about what is permissible and impermissible on Twitter? Wait a minute. We've had that for a long time. Mark Zuckerberg with Jack at Twitter. There have been a lot of powerful billionaires who are ultimately making decisions about what can and cannot be said on their social media platforms. And all of a sudden, when you've got a guy like Elon Musk, who is more open to the marketplace of ideas, and Twitter has become, by the way, our digital town square, whether you like it or don't like it, and the idea of creating a competitor for Twitter, whether it's Getter, whether it's Parler, those are challenging goals because so many people are already inside of Twitter that getting people to abandon Twitter for a less influential platform where fewer people are on it is super complicated and difficult. What needs to happen is Twitter just needs to stand up for First Amendment principles and stop rigging the game in terms of supporting far left-wing ideals and not allowing a true marketplace of ideas to happen.